Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Ham Radio Basics Live, Season 4, Episode 12. Ham Radio News and Updates, March 18, 2026. Hope you guys are doing great today. Got Cooley in the house. Andy's here. And who else we have? James is here. All right. Well, welcome, guys. Hope you guys are doing well and having a good day. Been receiving a lot of positive comments about my top 10. I'm going to be doing a top 5 today, but receiving a lot of positive comments about that. And we're going to kind of continue this series. I think it's good. And just as a disclaimer, that I did use ChatGPT to help me with this presentation today. Just want to make sure everyone is aware of that. And I do check it for accuracy, and everything appears to be looking good as far as that's concerned. So we're going to talk about one of my favorite antennas, okay? And it's the end-fed half-wave antenna. And it was kind of like Nirvana when I actually did a deep dive after I got my license and was looking at things and looking at pretty much an incredible solution for a lot of instances here. So what I thought I'd like to do today, before we go over the top 5, I want to kind of go over an end-fed half-wave 101 kind of thing here, and what some of the advantages are, and then we're going to get into that. Now, with the top 5, they are all currently for sale and available, brand new as we speak. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to share this. Get this first presentation up here. All right, here we go. Okay. End-fed half-wave antenna is one of the most popular HF antenna types right now, especially for portable ops, stealth installs, and quick setups. Here's a clear breakdown of why so many love end-fed half-waves, okay? Single support required, super easy setup. Only needs one tree mast or pole. Can be deployed as a sloper, an inverted L, or horizontal. Perfect when you don't have space for a dipole. A big win for small yards, HOA restricted installs, and portable POTA setups. You can see there's a quarter wave sloper right here, and then there's a horizontal install right here as well too. So number 2, no center feed line, simple installation. Feed point is at the end of the antenna near your radio. No need to run coax up to the center like a dipole. Uses a 49-to-1 or 64-to-1 unend transformer. It's an easier install, it's easier troubleshooting, and less climbing ladders. It really, it's the simplicity of an end-fed half-wave is not to be taken. And the inverted V too, James, absolutely. And see, that's the wonderful thing I love about this antenna. There's so many different possible combinations with this. It's incredible. And, you may find, and one of the things before I continue here is I want to make sure that, some of these instances, an inverted V may work fine for a person in the area that they're in, but another one may try the same thing, but be in a different area and not work as well, same bands kind of thing. So a lot of it depends upon where you live in your topography and things like that, okay? And probably one of the biggest things that I really like about the end-fed half-wave, it's multi-band capable. It's incredible. There's several manufacturers make 140, 20, 15, and 10 meters. And it works on harmonic frequencies. I mean, it really is just something. It's a kind of a jack of all trades. It really does an absolutely fantastic job with that, and it does it really well. Of course, one of the beautiful things about this as well too is there's no real tuning of this that's really needed. I mean, there's some tweaking that you can do, but as far as that's concerned, you may want to put your mast up a little higher or something along those lines. But I mean, there's really not a lot that you need to do with with an end fed half wave. Now, number 4, this is super popular for POTA setups. And you take a look here, and you can take a look at the 3 pictures up here. It's so easy to get this set up, and it's so easy. The other part of this is, yes, multi-band without the matching box, James. Absolutely. Absolutely. Yeah, it's fantastic. It really is. Now, it packs down small, and I have an end-fed half wave packed in my IC-705 Go bag over there. And it's quick deployment, often under 10 minutes, a lightweight, just wire and transformer. I don't think it shows it here, but in this first picture. But what I have with mine is I have weighted balls, so I can go ahead and throw that up over a tree limb, and it makes it super easy to get it up there. I know a lot of guys, even my other hobby is drones. They actually use drones with a drop system to drop their wire up over the tree limb instead of using one of those weighted balls. I mean, any way that works for you to do that. The whole idea is to try to keep your pack light as you're traveling and to be able to get it set up. And it may take a few throws if you're throwing it up there, but you can definitely get that set up. And it's real easy for POTA. I mean, you really can't pass that up. And of course, emergency comms and field day, it's great as well too for something like that. Good performance for the size, full half-wave antenna, efficient radiator, often performs very closely to a dipole, and it does. Can work DX surprisingly well when installed properly, and it really can. And like I've said at the beginning, you may find a slope may be better than an inverted V where you live, and you may be able to have some good propagation and be able to pick up a lot of these stations over in Europe or Asia because of that. And it can work really well. It all depends on your topography and where you're at. And you may know horizontal maybe work well than an inverted V or a sloper. It's just some of the things that you can think of here. Especially strong on 20 meters and higher bands. Yeah. And that's very true. It really does well on those bands, and it's historically speaking, it's stealth friendly. You can't really kind of say enough about this here. You can see in the middle picture here, somebody has it mounted up on the eave of a roof right here, which is fantastic. It can be run along fences, through trees, along roof lines. Great for HOA environments. Low visibility installs. I mean, yeah, it's very stealthful. It's very, very, very stealthful. And it's thin wire. It's hard to see. Yeah, it just really kind of makes sense. It's just real logical. And it's a great way for people that live in an HOA like me to be able to get on the air. It's cost efficient, typically cheaper than beam antennas, multi-element verticals. Even commercial end-fed half-wave kits are affordable. Do-it-yourself versions are very easy to build. Okay, and they are. And we're going to go over the top 5 here, and I think you'll agree that it was ChatGPT in going through things. I think it made some great choices here. I would agree with everything that they put up here. Now, honest trade-offs, quick reality check. End-fed half-waves are great, but not perfect. Can have common mode noise issues, needs good grounding and choking. Yeah, you do need to have a good choke with this. And that's one of the things when I bought my end-fed half wave, someone had told me that you need to make sure that you have a good choke. And I did. And it really made a big difference as far as that's concerned. Feed point voltage is high, requires a quality transformer, and it does. And if you have a good end-fed half wave that we're going to get into here in a minute, you'll see all these transformers are really rated high, and they really do a great job with that. Pattern changes by band, not always predictable. And again, yeah, that's true. If you're trying for 10 meters, 12 meters, trying for 40 meters, it all depends upon the band, the time of day that you're looking at, whether you're doing an inverted V, a sloper, a horizontal, it's all different. And it's all based upon, where you're at with the earth. And that's why it's always a good thing to go out and check, if you have ham clock, and I know that's not working real well right now, But if you have means to be able to go out there, yeah, it is, Andy. It is. It is. Oh yeah, James. Yeah, yeah. I do it all the time. Every time that I go out. Absolutely, absolutely. Um, you know, not quite as some balanced antennas like dipoles and loops. It's a trade-off. I mean, you need a lot of room for a dipole, and a lot of people don't have that room, and a lot of people live in HOAs, and this is an incredible solution for that. Bottom line, an end-fed half wave is one of the best all-around HF antennas if you want a simple setup, multi-band operation, portability, and minimal space requirement. And it's very true. That really is very true as far as that's concerned. And the more like you said, if you have the room, you can do a dipole, you can do verticals, you can do whatever you want. But if you don't have that room, this is where an end-fed half wave comes in great. And also, especially, it's the antenna of choice for POTA. I mean, I hands down. I mean, every time you see somebody go out on YouTube and they're doing this, it's more than likely. I mean, they are out there and they are, they're doing using an end-fed half wave. So, okay, we're going to go ahead and get to. And what I'm going to kind of do with this is I got a PowerPoint presentation, but we're also going to look at the actual antenna out on the website as well too. So going to kind of jump back and forth here. So hang with me here. So let's see here. Let's get this right button here. All right. Okay. Top 5 end-fed half wave antennas and best use case picks. Okay. So let's go ahead and no, I didn't want to do that. Okay. First one, PAR end-feds EF 40-10 kW. Best overall end-fed half wave, 40, 20, 15, and 10 meter coverage, high power handling, and it is available with DX Engineering. So we're going to go ahead and take a look at that right now. Okay. And you can see it's currently $169 right here. And it's just a real good explanation on this. And what's nice is, in a lot of instances, I know with DX Engineering, I'm a little more familiar with their website and how they do things. They do provide a lot of documentation with products right here. And, it does talk about, and it gives you, some of the features and benefits of the PAR end-feds half antennas. Look through this here and see if I can find anything that's highlighted. It's 133 feet in length, covers 8 bands, 80 through 10 meters. And that's the EF all-band KW model. Just to let you know, they do have that. And they do have the all-band KW Junior, 74 feet in length, and operates on 5 bands, 80 to 10 meters. The 64 foot end-fed 40 to 10 KW operates on 4 bands. All 3 models handle up to 1,000 watts SSB, CW, and 250 watts AM digital modes. The need for an external tuner may vary based on the antenna model selected and the desired operating band. And of course, that's something that, and this is good. I mean, this is some great information to have out there. Yeah, James. Yeah, you're right. Obviously, that's correct as far as counterpoise is concerned. So, but no, this is a good option, and you can see right here, it's at a very reasonable price, $169 for this. And yeah, I mean, you're getting some great bands on here to be able to do this. And of course, it's real simple. It's very easy to set up. So let's go ahead, and we're going to go ahead and go back to. Take a look here. My antenna's end-fed half wave 4010. So let's go ahead and I'm going to go ahead. Best high power end-fed half wave, 1 kilowatt and 2 kilowatt versions. Excellent transformer quality and ideal for base stations. They do have an outstanding transformer, just to let you know. And they right now, I think currently they're on vacation and they won't be back until April. But let's go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and share that. From the manufacturer here. Okay. NFET half-wave 4010. It's $184.99 to $219.99, and of course that's based upon the options that you get right here, and the options that you can choose from: the antenna only, and you can choose with pole installation plate as well too to have that. So, so if you do the antenna only, I'm trying to see if that's 184, and if you do that with the pole installation plate, it's $219.99 here. And it gives some specifications right here, and it shows some that's some great information here. No tuner needed, no counterpoise needed. Grounding of cable at the entrance to the home is recommended. Frequency coverage, it lists that. Resonant on 40, 20, 15, and 10. Wire length is 63 feet. Power handling 1 kilowatt. 250 watt continuous and digital modes such as FT8. Stainless steel hardware. Stealth number 16 AWG XLPE black wire connector and transformer, and it shows some graph with some statistics right here. Grounding does not affect antenna tuning. Transformer box is installed high above the ground. There's no need to route the ground wire from the box. Instead, just ground the coaxial cable at the entrance to your home or at the station here. So, and like I said, my antenna. It looks like we are closed shopping cart until April 2nd, 2026 for winter break. The shopping cart is disabled, so you can't even purchase anything from them right now. But this is a great option. I know a lot of people that have had this, and they've had really good success with that. You know, the key to this, they make an outstanding, probably one of the best transformers out there in the business. And I know a lot of people that have them, and they're really, really pleased with them. So, all right, we're going to go ahead and move on to the next one here. And the next one is Spooltenna Parks NFET half-wave 4010. Best portable NFET half-wave, fast deployment, compact winder system, and it's great for POTA. And it really is. I mean, somebody was a genius when they came up with this, because, you know, it's like because I think one of the things I think a lot of people get really frustrated with is when you're done having to wind all the wire back up, and it can be a cumbersome and a tedious process. Well, this kind of takes care of that. So we're going to go ahead out to their website here. Let me go ahead and no, it's actually DX Engineering. Let me go ahead and share that here. Okay, Spooltenna Parks NFET half-wave portable wire antennas. Okay, and you can see right here, center hole 6 millimeters for quick deployment and standard screwdriver pen or other type object as an axle. Winding knob makes setup and tear down a breeze. 2 finger holes located on the back for easy grip. 4 millimeter banana jack provides quick connection, disconnection of radiating element. 10 millimeter mounting holes. Right angle BNC connector. Matching circuit. Strain relief loop, which is nice. Supplied with bongo ties, which is great. UV stabilized barrel. Supported bands 40 to 10 millimeters, and then the frequency range, and it lists the frequencies right here: 40, 20, 15, and 10 meters. Power handling 100 watts SSB, 50 watts CW and digital. Dimensions right here: 4.72 inches diameter, and let's see, 0.9 inches as far as thickness is concerned. It is 65 feet, and it lists the complete specifications here. And again, there's no documentation, and that's wonderful. I really like I said, DX Engineering does provide that. And this is it's really a good price for what you get for this, and with all the capabilities that you have. And I think Jason from Hammer 2.0 did a great review on this. So if you want to check that out, that's something that I would highly encourage. But it's easy setup, even easier to tear down as far as that's concerned. You know, everything's in one place. It cannot be any easier than that. And they give you they're very good and with instructions. Their customer service is great as well too. And it's only $149. I think it's a great option. So I'm just going to go ahead and move on to the next here. All right. Radio Waves NFET half-wave series. Okay. And it's available at Gigaparts. It's the best value NFET half-wave. It's portable multi-band and reliable performance. So let's go ahead out there and take a look at that. All right, here we go. Okay. Now, I'm not as familiar with radio waves. I know some of you have used that. And what they do is, in these instances, you can see they'll do specific bands right here with these, all right? And they range in price from $74.95 to $169. You can see there's 12 meters, 5 meters, 17, 20, 30, 40, 80, 160. End-fed half waves. We can make higher power versions of our end-fed half wave antennas, just call them, and it gives some specifications as far as for 10 meters, the length, and the power that it can handle with this. And throw some. I'm just going to throw something up here and take a look and see. And it's $74.95. Those are for the ones that are individual bands. And here's the one, end-fed half wave, has 160. Okay. I'm not sure what that is. Okay. There's 80. So that's a different kind of option. And again, it's not as expensive as some of the other ones. And it allows you, say, you have a favorite band or a band that works well in the area that you live in, you can go ahead and get something like this. I have not seen a lot of people use this, but it is ranked pretty high. I did do some checking on this. So that's an option I think you should probably, want to consider in the future. So let's go ahead and take a look at the next one here. All right. PAR end-feds trail friendly, and it's the best stealth and lightweight end-fed half-wave antenna. It's a low visibility wire. It's compact and portable, and it's great for HOA installs. So let's go ahead and bring that up here. Okay. PAR end-fed half-wave 10, 20, 40 trail friendly. It's $89. And it lists some of the specifications right here. It's an enhancement of the end-fed 10, 20, 40 MK2, offering a lightweight but stronger 22 AWG polystealth wire as opposed to 18 AWG used with the Mark II. The matchbox of the BNC connector is much smaller, and the total weight of the antenna comes in at an only amazing 3.5 ounces. The overall storage dimensions are 5.25 inches by 2 inches by 2.5 inches, and is perfect for portable operation needs. The first of our end-feds antennas to come with a rewind storage bar for easy deployment storage. The EFT-10, 20, 40 trail friendly offers the same superb quality you've come to expect with all of our end-feds antennas, and we know you'll be pleased. Check the antenna section of EHAMnet for reviews, and they do have some great reviews out there. And I mean, that is a fantastic price for this, and it's an antenna that you can use it at home, use it for POTA, use it if you're going out for field day. It's one of those ones. And here in the picture that you see right here, this is it all coiled up, and it's very compact. I mean, it will fit in any of your go bags. So that's an option definitely for you to consider as far as that's concerned here. So, this was great. ChatGPT put this together for me. Best end-fed half-wave by use case. And for the base station, recommends the My Antennas end-fed half-wave 4010, and that's a great choice. For portable, for POTA, the PAR trail friendly, which we just saw, and then also it recommends that for stealth and HOA, the PAR trail friendly as well. And one antenna only, the PAR end-fed 40 to 10 kilowatt, which is a fantastic antenna, and it is a great deal. So I hope you guys found this really good. I'm sorry, Radio Voice. Oh, that's great. That's great to know, Andy. It's like I said, I'm not as familiar with them, but I really like the fact that they make them for individual bands. You see, like 40, 10, 15 meters. That's fantastic here. James, thank you so much. I appreciate that. You know, and I really like I really like what I'm doing here because with this series, because I want to help you guys be able to make wise decisions when you got, because you know I know you guys are like me. You know, I watch my money, and when I go out and purchase something, I want to make a wise decision with that, and I'm doing these basically to help you guys to make wise decisions because you know ham radio is not a cheap hobby, but you can actually do it. You can actually be wise with your money with it, and that's one of the reasons it's driving me to do this. And I'm real thankful that ChatGPT has been a big help to me and being able to put these presentations together because you know going to these individual websites comparing things it's real time consuming, but ChatGPT does it and does it well. So yeah, Pac-10 is another good one too, James. Yeah, I agree. You know, it probably what it did was, you know, it went out there to try to take a look and see some of the more popular ones because one of the criteria that I've done, and I did that when I did my on the HTs and when I did one on the mobiles, it would pull in some radios that are discontinued. And what I did was I gave it the criteria in ChatGPT for, you know, going forward, not only for antennas, but other equipment that they're in stock and available at one of the three big places, and that's DX Engineering, Gigaparts, or HRO. And then they're also available currently on their own website as well, too. And otherwise, I consider them discontinued. And that's the criteria that I ended up giving ChatGPT, and it's worked real well. I was very pleased because, you know, last week with that present took me forever to get the presentation done because it was pulling in radios that were discontinued and no longer currently in production. So, and that's one of the big things that I had for this. I wanted to make sure to do something like that. One of the other things I think I'm going to be doing a top 10 on, and I think there's going to be enough for that. I'm going to continue some antennas as far as, you know, there are more options for HOA antennas. And I think I'm going to maybe take a look at that in the next week or two. As far as what we're going to be doing next. Like I said, I'm getting a lot of positive feedback, and I know a lot of guys are really, really enjoying that. Just want to thank you guys. Keep up the great comments. Thank you for watching. Thank you for participating today. I really appreciate that. Hope you guys have a great rest of your week. And as always, guys, it's a great day to make a QSO. 7 3s, everybody. Take care.